Wake up!
Wake up!
Get up
You get out of bed this instant.
and turn it on. Glenn, Angel, and the Flying Dutchman. The Big Show on Kiss 92.
As promised, the Pucks are back in the studio. We've got Wolfgang as well as Bryon. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's so good to be here again. Singapore is one of our favorite cities in the world, so we are excited. And we have Greg here and Paul here,
That's right.
so they are so amazing. So having Kat and Spargo at the SBM, so...
Well, if you don't know who the Pucks are, let us just introduce you to those that are the uninitiated. We have Wolfgang Puck, of course, plus his son Bryon Puck. You guys were here last year as well, and we can't believe it's been 1 year.
I know, it's crazy. Time goes so fast. I mean, look at that. Bryon already grew a beard since then.
Bryon, of course, is the director of F&B and hospitality at Wolfgang Puck Fine Dining Group.
And did you give him that title or not me? I don't know who gave him that title.
Gave it to himself.
Yeah.
He's the
We
son.
made it up.
You made it up? I've always wanted to ask, what's it like growing up being the son of Wolfgang Puck?
Oh my God! It's first and foremost full of laughs more than anything. I think the best part is that my dad enjoys life so much, and in terms of loving what you do, it makes every day such an amazing experience. And he's a pretty good boss too. It's not too shabby.
Do you find there's pressure?
Oh, for sure, there's pressure, but pressure makes diamonds.
Yeah.
There you go. Nicely said.
Where the hell
Nicely
is the
said.
diamond? I want to know.
Well, speaking of the diamond, you had a birthday about 2 months ago, so we'd like to wish you a very happy belated
Thank
birthday.
you. I had the greatest birthday because I had my whole family. I took them all to Turkey. They had to pay for their own airfare. I paid for the hotel. So I don't want them to get away too cheap, But we were like 15 or 16 people. Even my grandson came with Cameron and his wife Kate and everybody, my brother, obviously Bryon, and all his girlfriends. How many did you bring?
Girlfriends? Wow. Giving you a bad rep in Singapore already.
Seriously. Her name is Reagan, and I promise it was just her.
If you want to see some of the photos, you can follow Wolfgang on Instagram.
Of course, yes.
Okay, now I also, the last time Wolfgang was in the studio, I didn't mention this, but I do believe that you are the chef with the most awards.
Well, I think the biggest award for me is our customer. Getting a star on the Hollywood Boulevard or getting James Beard Awards or whatever it is, I don't really care about them too much. I have them somewhere in the basement hiding, so I don't want it to get to my head. So I will keep on moving forward. So I think it's a great award, and to have so many great people working with us, so that's really for me the best thing. Have a great team, have amazing customers. I mean, we had yesterday, the day before, we had all these amazing customers, and Greg and Paul knows half of Singapore. I think if you would have, if you could get Singapore citizenship, you both could run for office here probably.
Paul, of course, the general manager at Cut, and Greg Bess, of course, the executive chef for Cut as well as Spargo.
Yep.
Well, speaking of which, you've brought some lovely breakfast in for
Unreal.
us. And of course, breakfast always has to be had with cocktails.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit, what do we have in front of us? Dance Naked and Garden of Eden.
So we can dance naked in the
Garden of Eden. Perfect.
I
Can't
like
wait
that.
to get
Perfect.
started.
Who gonna start?
I'm ready. I'm on a liquid diet.
Okay.
I'm ready as well.
F1 weekend.
It's Friday.
Okay, up next, Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen. This is I Had Some Help on Kiss 92.
No, I like.
You
Has he
like
visited
Post
one of
Malone?
your-
Yeah,
Post
Malone's
totally. He
good.
comes to the restaurant in LA all the time. I sit with him, and it's great. He loves good wine.
He does.
Even he looks like a country guy with tattoos all over him, but he really drinks well. So if you hang out with him, don't ask to pay the check because it's going to be very high.
Well, Glenn looks like a country guy with all his tattoos. He loves his wine as well.
Yeah.
That's true, but I don't think I'll be able to beat Post Malone when it comes to a drinking contest. He
Yeah.
does look like a really good drinker.
He's great at it, honestly. He showed up to my college, actually, when I was still there.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, I think he drank everybody under the table.
Wow.
Playing beer pong all night.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Unbelievable.
But these are amazing cocktails. We've had these cocktails before.
Yes, we
Remember when we were sitting at Spargo for a good 7 hours? We ate and we drank.
What started as lunch finished at dinner.
Actually,
I think
Greg remembers that,
No,
I think.
that was the rough sex.
Well, we had
Right? Rough sex.
I thought
7
that
hours.
Tough
Yeah.
love? Is it tough love or
Rough love.
Rough sex.
Rough love, yeah.
Oh
rough
my
love,
God.
rough sex is about the same thing. After
No, but I got to tell you, that was probably one of the
I
best
don't know.
experiences
You have to explain me what that is. I'm innocent.
maybe we should rename it.
Yeah.
You know, Wolfgang, you've built this incredible life. You've built this incredible empire. Thank you, Paul. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from all of this?
Well, I think the biggest lesson for me is to continue to never sit still. Is constant innovation, but also keeping some of the tradition. So for me, like to always do new things. Like we are working now on a complete new cocktail program, both at Spargo and at Cut here, and Bryon is working on it with Paul and everybody. So I think we're gonna get really for next year. You don't gonna get walking naked anymore. We're gonna get maybe dressed up or something, huh?
Yeah.
So I think that's really the most important part. And also, you know, people always say you are judged with the company you keep. So we are always in great places. Like the Marina Bay Sands is amazing. You know, it's an amazing hotel, and we love to be there. It's great for business. So, and I think we have great customers. And I think it's really easy in a way for me, having great people like Paul and Greg and many other ones, you know, who work with us for many years. So, but constant innovation, constantly moving forward, and don't sleep on your laurel, you know. And also, I think it's very important not to believe all the press you get, because if not, you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm too good. I don't gonna work anymore." So I always stay humble.
Yeah, we feel the passion every time we go
Always.
to your restaurants
So
and all
true.
that. I mean, time flies. 2016, you came to Singapore, right? Opened up, Spargo.
Spargo, yeah, but we came
and Cut.
before for Cut.
Right.
When
Yeah.
did we open Cut? 2010.
Wow,
2010.
14 years.
That's right.
Well
14
done.
years.
Did
Well
you
done.
expect this sort of success here in Singapore?
You know, I love Singapore as a city, but you never know how successful or how long you're going to stay in business, because the restaurant business has more failure than any other business. You know, it changes so much. So, but being in great company with the Marina Bay Sands Hotel is really a first step to stay successful, because you have a lot of tourists coming there, a lot of conventions coming there. Like I saw this morning, I was at breakfast at Spargo. I saw Anthony Scaramucci, you know, who got fired after 2 weeks with the president, with Trump in the old
Is he in town?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Oh.
Yeah, so he's doing a speech.
Scaramucci's in
All,
town.
the, all the stars are in town.
The smooch, or what we call it.
Speaking of this weekend is a big weekend, because literally the whole world, especially the Formula One fans, are in town.
Yeah.
What's happening at Spargo, at Cut, at the paddock? You know, what do you have plans for?
Well, we already did an amazing party last night for Ferrari, you know, with Charles Leclerc was there and Carlos Sainz was there, and then Frederic Vasseur, who is the chief of Ferrari, he came late for dinner with his wife, so he told me, whenever you're ready to drive an F1 car, I'm sure you can drive it around the track as fast as the young guys. But I said, no, I don't have insurance for that, so I'll let maybe Bryon drive it or somebody else.
I don't trust myself either there. And then last night Greg and Paul organized the most amazing dinner with local chef Mano Tevar.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we did a
Okay.
four hands dinner with him last night, which was just unbelievable. I mean, Chef Greg and Kelvin and the whole culinary team over there just executed the most amazing menu alongside Mano and his team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, we had a sold out crowd in there. It was going all night. You know, last tables were coming in at 11:30 in the
Nice.
evening.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable experience.
Yeah.
And
And
you've
here
got-
you guys are, nice and early once again.
Yeah, we never sleep.
It seems like it, because you have another Four Hands collaboration with Daniel Boulud.
Yeah,
Tell
we-
us a little bit more
tomorrow,
about that.
tomorrow, and today we have a big lunch for Aston Martin. You know, we work with Aston Martin, and one of my favorite cars, except they cannot win a race. If God help them, I don't know. I think I'm going to have to put a cocktail in their car instead of the gasoline they use or something.
Fernando, if you're listening, we need some help this weekend.
He's such a legend.
I know,
Fernando.
amazing champion.
Alonso.
And I love when people are older and still so successful and passionate. You know, he's in his 40s.
Yeah, he's a very good example of someone who just wants to keep on going for as long as he can.
I know, he's going to walk with the cane and try to get into his car. But I think it's a great car, except now they got the new engineer, Newey.
That's right.
Adrian Newey,
He
yeah.
just joined the team.
So hopefully, for the next few years, we're going to get the right car.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, Aston made some amazing acquisitions this season, and I think, come 2026, we're really, really excited to see how they fare.
So needless to say, we know where your loyalty lies. But
Yeah.
what is your prediction for this weekend, though?
I think Ferrari all the way.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
But
There you go.
there is another one. It's called McLaren.
You're
That-
thinking,
yeah,
we've
that's what I
heard
was
of them,
looking at,
yeah.
honestly.
They are
They're
not
really
bad.
fast now.
Yeah, I think Lando Norris is going to pull it out this
Yeah.
weekend.
And everyone loves Lando as well.
He's awesome.
Cool guy.
Kiss 92 traffic.
You hear it. We're having a party in the studio.
We really are. We're having cocktails and croissants with Wolfgang Puck. But what's happening on the roads, on the PIE towards Tuas before the Ingnu Avenue? Look out for a broken down vehicle. If you have any other news, it's 8855-0920.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. It's cocktails this morning.
I like this. We should make this a permanent show. Cocktails on Friday.
Yeah, why
On
not,
Friday, I
right?
love it.
Yeah.
Totally.
We've got
Yeah.
Garden of Eden
Dance naked.
Dan-
and Dance
Naked.
Naked.
Yeah.
Thank
And-
you, Chef Greg Bess.
And a whole bunch of pastries because we have special guests in the studio today. It is Formula One weekend with Wolfgang Puck and his son Bryon Puck. And of course, we have PJ as well as Chef Greg from Spargo and Cut in
That's
the
right.
studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are you looking forward to? What do you have plans for? What's in the pipeline for you?
Well, we always work on new things, you know. It always takes time to develop a new restaurant or new restaurants. For example, we are working on some restaurants in Greece now, outside of Athens. We are working with Frank Gehry, the famous architect, to build a restaurant in Malibu on the beach, which is the most difficult thing because to get permits there is like pulling teeth without an injection, you know.
Oh,
And I think we also work with something, I think now in Perth, like Bryon is flying to Perth on Monday or Tuesday. And so it's always something more international because I think in America people know us. So we always try to expand our brand and hopefully we can find something in Seoul or something in Bangkok and have fun while doing it.
Right. How did the collaboration with Frank Gehry come about?
Frank Gehry is a friend of mine
Oh.
since before he was famous or before anybody knew me. He used to be a customer at our restaurants like 40 years ago or so. Now he's 94 years old
Wow.
and still designing all over the world.
Well,
And
I respect
love-
this man a lot.
I know. I love to go to his studio. If you come to LA, we go visit him in his studio, have
Oh my
lunch with
gosh.
him or something.
Okay.
And he shows you all the models he's building all over. Like a year ago, I saw a model for Abu Dhabi. He was building a music hall there, an opera house there, and everything. And then I said, when you're going to go? He said, well, I didn't win the bid yet, but I'm going in 2 weeks with my assistants, and we're going to show the people there who are responsible, the Minister of Culture and everything, show him what he is building. And his enthusiasm and his excitement about doing new projects, I think it's really a great lesson for all of us.
Yeah, I think he went into jewelry for a little while.
With
I
Tiffany.
had a Frank Gehry,
Gary, did you?
concrete ring.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
it was amazing. I had it for like 15 years. I made a mistake. I kept on
broke.
bathing with it.
oh.
Yeah.
And after a while, the concrete kind of like
Washed
started
away.
to wash away.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it did.
Wow.
But I was wearing it for like 15 years. It's
Amazing.
beautiful.
You got to
Amazing.
fill in the cracks in your back.
I bought my wife a necklace. He had a collaboration with Tiffany, I think so. And so I bought her a necklace. She can't wear it because the way he built it, it gives you a rash all around
no.
or scratches you or whatever. My wife never wears it.
Oh dear.
So it looks great, but sometimes women love to suffer. You know, they have these high heels and I have this jewelry which hurts in the ears hanging down and so forth.
Suffer for fashion all the time.
Yeah.
Correct.
All the time.
Angel?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
only for you men. All right, you know what? Let's head to the Big Show TV. If you're listening to us right now, something exciting is going to be happening. Join us on YouTube and Facebook at Kiss 92 FM. We're going to get Bryon as well as Wolfgang Puck to try some of our local childhood snacks.
How about
Yeah.
that?
How about that? It is a local childhood snack.
Do they pair
session.
good with alcohol?
All
Sure.
everything
Oh,
pairs well
every
with
snack
alcohol.
goes with alcohol.
That's
It's
exclusively.
a children's snack. So
Yes.
how they gonna go to sleep without alcohol?
All right, watch us exclusively on the Big Show TV. It's 8:27.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you by.
It's really
This is where I
interesting.
filmed this as well.
We're getting comments on our Facebook page. People are asking you to actually open a restaurant in Vietnam
Yeah.
because they say you guys could do miracles with Vietnamese cuisine.
And Bangkok as well. I see
Yeah.
the Thai
Yeah.
cuisine and
You
all
know,
that. It would be amazing.
We were talking actually yesterday when people said, you should come to Ho Chi Minh City and
Yeah.
maybe do something there. Yeah, it's certainly a big emerging market.
It
and
is. It is.
I think it's very interesting and they have all this influence from the French and everything. So it's really, I think for me, it's really an exciting place. I went once to Da Nang and Saigon. And
Da Nang
everything.
is pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not been.
Yeah,
you have not been to
should
Da
go.
Nang. It is so pretty.
Would love to visit
So
Da Nang.
pretty.
They've got
these
great
days.
golf courses
And
there.
Hanoi as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got great courses.
Been going to Bangkok a lot.
Yeah.
Play golf.
I haven't
Right.
been to Thailand in, maybe 15, 20 years.
Oh.
But I've heard only the most amazing things about Bangkok and Phuket.
Oh yeah.
So, where did you go when you went to Thailand then?
I think we traveled around quite a bit. I mean, I remember I was quite young, but
Yeah.
I think we were in Bangkok, we were in Phuket,
Phuket.
for a little
Yeah.
while as
Yeah.
well. And
Chiang
just
Mai
traveling.
and
yeah.
Did you stay at the Aman?
no, we stayed at the what is the famous hotel in Bangkok?
Oh, in Bangkok.
The Oriental.
the
Mandarin
Oriental.
Oriental.
Well, there's a new famous hotel in Bangkok. It's #1 in the world.
Capella.
Yeah.
The
Capella,
Capella is
Bangkok.
#1 in the world
Wow.
right now.
Just got announced this week in
Wow,
London.
all
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
now we know where we have to go and where
Yeah.
we have to learn something. And I think we should get into the hotel business too. We do the hard part everywhere. The hard part is get the food right. If you can get a great breakfast, great lunch, great dinner, and a great bar, doing the beds is easy.
Yeah.
You get someone else to do it. So
Yeah.
you get the experts to work on that.
Yeah.
And you've got
Yeah.
many friends in the industry.
Yeah,
who
for
can
sure.
Partner with you. Okay, so
Yes, the snacks are being
snacks are-
prepared.
they're being prepared.
Andre Houden
While,
is
while
in
we
the
wait,
house.
while we wait for those snacks to be prepared, Wolfgang, you were saying, Byron, you were saying you're going to Perth to
Yeah.
look at opening a restaurant.
Yep, exactly.
I wonder when you look at sites like that, like Australia, do you tweak your menu at all to suit the palate?
It's a great question. I think everywhere we go, and one of the best things about Spago and Cut, we love to take in the modern culture and landscape in terms of the culinary landscape as much as we possibly can. So you'll see some of the staple items from a Cut or Spago everywhere you go. Spago, you can't help but not have the salmon pizza,
Yeah.
the tuna cones, sweet corn agnolotti. There's items that are really seminal to our restaurant. But, in Perth, for example, on the western seaboard there, they have some of the most amazing meat the
Yeah.
world has to offer right now.
They
The
do.
West Home beef that's coming out of there currently is unbelievable. So, it's going to be really fun. It's going to be my first time in Australia, too.
Oh.
So I'm going to be checking out a lot of the local restaurants and getting into, seeing what they're all about over there. And then invoking as much of the local produce as we can, I think, is an imperative part
You
of
guys have
building a
presence,
restaurant.
right, in Australia?
No,
in
we
Sydney?
don't.
No.
In
Not
Sydney,
even Spago?
At the airport. We used to have a restaurant, a bar and grill in Melbourne.
Melbourne, right, okay.
Yeah, right on the Yarra River there.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. and but not anymore. And that was like 30 years ago.
Oh,
so.
right.
Yeah, but
okay.
I've been to your outlet at the airport in Sydney. Yeah.
And you've
Really
got
nice.
one outlet in the Bali airport
Bali
as
airport,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
And in Delhi, and in Bangalore,
Yeah.
and in Bogota. So
Yeah, because when I saw it, I'm like, oh yes, Wolfgang Puck is here.
Okay, so we've got all these nice treats already.
yeah.
This is your specialty, FD.
Really?
Because some of these snacks, right, I have never seen.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
what
like
are you
a little
talking
bit
about?
Before my time.
Oh, please.
You were
Come on.
deprived
It's
as a
true.
child.
Okay, so let's walk them through. That is the spicy tapioca chip.
Yeah.
Okay, try the spicy tapioca chip.
Yeah, I actually like it.
You do?
Yeah?
He's
Because
already eating.
I like spicy food. I didn't wait for you guys. I just dug into it. I think it's great. Maybe for children, I don't know if they like spicy food like that. I think maybe I'll try it out on
I've
my
had this.
grandson
I've had
next.
this before. This is
That's
nice. It's
awesome.
like
That's
it's coated
awesome.
with like honey
like it?
Yeah, it's very good.
and chili.
We both love spicy so much, but the texture on this is awesome.
It's
Yeah.
good, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's quite spicy, right? I remember it being very spicy, actually.
Not very
There you go.
spicy.
Come on.
Try
Get
it.
with us.
Okay.
And what we have, what is this pink thing
Okay,
here?
that is what we call a bandung.
A bandung.
It's a rose syrup.
It's a rose
drink.
syrup with milk.
Oh, it smells like in a bathtub or something, no?
You know what? In a bathtub.
Yeah.
Well,
that-
it's not the
shampoo
first
or
time I've
something.
heard it described that way as bath essence. Yeah. Luckily, it doesn't taste that way though.
Because rose water, right?
It's rose water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is rose syrup.
Yeah, this is a
Oh.
famous drink.
You don't really. He's
I-
not,
It's
he's not
him.
feeling it.
It's
He's
not
like-
him.
No, I like that.
I say you like it, great.
like it, yeah.
I go back to mine day, walking in the garden
Yeah.
of Eden.
dancing naked.
I think that is a very popular drink in Indonesia as well, right?
Indonesia, yeah.
That's why it's named after a place in Indonesia,
Yeah.
Bandung.
Bandung, yeah.
Bandung,
When
okay.
we were kids, it was the easiest thing. You get rose syrup, a bit of water, and
Some milk?
evaporated milk, and just mix it. That's
Yeah.
it.
But you know, I
Alright, that's it.
never understood rose syrup. The first time I think
Yeah.
my mom or my dad brought it home, it's in a bottle and it's just
Yeah.
red in color. And I'm like, what is this? Syrup. I'm like, okay, but why is it rose syrup? You know, and then when they prepared it, and there was no milk, it was just rose syrup, right?
Oh, and water.
didn't like
right,
it.
right.
You know, I
That's
found
chocolate biscuit.
something where it's called Apollo, the
Yeah.
chocolate stick wafers.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Mannerschnitten in Austria.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
okay.
You know,
Really?
we have these wafers with chocolate.
Similar.
Similar in it, and the similar crunchy and the chocolate. So I think maybe we learned it from the Singaporeans.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure, yes. Because chocolate didn't come from where you are at all.
Exactly.
I don't even know whether these snacks are made here in Singapore.
We
They're
don't,
not.
we don't even know if
Some
it's
of
real
them are.
chocolate.
No, they are. It is real chocolate.
How do you know?
Because
Okay, let me-
I love our neighbors Malaysia
Let me-
as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
You know, I believe that a number of these snacks are from Malaysia.
Could be Malaysia.
Some of them are from Malaysia, and I
Yeah.
must say the chocolate is real. It's really cheap, but it's real.
All right.
Oh, let's save that for the
Oh
end.
my God!
Oh, save that,
That
for the
one's
last.
for the end.
Save that for the
this
last.
is for
yeah.
the end.
Deal.
What I'd like you to try are these.
Oh, yes.
That's hawthorn.
So we call it
hawthorn.
haw flakes.
Yeah, we call them hawflakes. They're made from hawthorn.
Okay,
The fruit.
Cornflakes, yeah.
Yeah, you got to eat one at a time.
One at a time.
Like one little one at a time. It's a little bit like plummy.
Yeah.
It's a bit plummy. And if you can imagine that, that's been used in a cocktail here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
that's hawthorn, right?
That's
Hawthorn,
hawthorn.
yeah.
It's a fruit,
It's a
right?
fruit.
It's a fruit. It's a fruit.
Hawthorn fruit.
Greg, did you eat that?
Greg, try it.
Greg, try the hawthorn.
Greg,
Have you tried that?
I'm sure Greg has tried
He
it
must
already.
have had
You
this.
need a good breakfast snack, yeah.
Do I eat it out of your hand like that?
Yeah.
It's made
Paul,
of the
what's the
hawthorn
matter?
fruit.
Try.
I took a shower this morning.
Thank
It's a little
goodness.
Have you tried
it's a
it,
little
Paul?
reluctant.
You've
I
tried
said,
it
"Oh my
before?"
God."
I have good.
You have, right, Paul? Yeah.
It's plummy, kind of like plummy. Yeah.
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 I remember playing with this growing up because I'm Catholic.
Playing?
Yeah, playing
Yeah.
with it.
We used
As
to
in,
play
like,
with it.
Holy Communion.
It used to be Holy Communion. It's true.
My brother would go, Body of Christ.
We'd all do it. We'd all do it. It's just amazing. We'd have so much fun. And then, of course, your dad would come up behind you and smack you on the back of the head. Yeah. So what do you think of the hawthorn?
I think it's not bad because it has a little acidity from the plums or whatever it is in there, so it has a good balance actually. So I actually like it too.
You actually like it?
Okay.
Okay, great.
Especially, I'm addicted to sweets. So I love sweet stuff. I love spicy stuff. So that's why I like the food here, because a lot of the dishes in this part of the world have this a little sweetness to it, but also spiciness and a little bit of acidity to balance it all out. So I think the food here in Singapore is really delicious, and you start with good snacks with the kids already. You know?
Clearly.
Okay, so the
What's
next thing we want you to try is something called White Rabbit. This is something that kids grew up with here.
Yeah.
It's a sweet.
It's milk candy.
It's milk candy.
So you'll see a little piece of paper around it. That's rice paper. Don't take it off.
You can
That
eat
can be eaten.
It's eaten.
Don't take it off, yeah.
don't
What,
take
what
it
about
off.
the outside?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
no.
that one can't be eaten.
Okay, good.
That's milk candy.
Yeah.
And people
The
have
white
made
rabbit.
cocktails. They've made cocktails with that as well.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
Remember, we had a lot of rabbits when you grew up, no?
As pets or for dinner?
No, not for dinner, no!
What do you mean?
It's like basic instinct. Okay, hang on. Coming up for traffic.
Okay.
It's a new world. It's Lotto. It's Mariah. And I'm looking at my wrist and it's a new watch. This the remix.
Kiss 92 traffic.
All right, if you're on Ang Mo Kio Avenue 10 heading towards Avenue 1, right after the industrial park, look out for an accident in the right lane. Also in the CTE tunnel after Bukit Timah Road's entrance, avoid lane 4. A vehicle is having a bit of trouble there. Our number, if you need any updates, 8855
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We are so happy this morning to have Wolfgang Puck as well as his son, Bryon Puck, in the studio together with the executive chef of Spago and Cut, Greg Bess, as well as the general manager of Cut, PJ. And this weekend, I'm sure a lot of you who are tuned in to us right now will be meeting all these people at the various restaurants, Cut as well as Spago.
And Spago Lounge, my
Yeah.
favorite.
And Spago Lounge, yes.
Oh, my
Absolutely.
goodness, I love that spot.
We had Albert who came onto our Facebook page. Here's something that's quite interesting. Hawthorn that we were just eating is actually in TCM medicine very good for your heart.
Oh, traditional Chinese medicine.
In
Okay.
Chinese medicine.
Not when it's a candy,
No,
I'm
no.
sure.
No, but the hawthorn itself is very good for your heart. So if you make cocktails with hawthorn, you go, hey, this one's good for your heart.
It's bad for your teeth, but it's,
But
good, for your heart.
There you go.
So, you have to decide what you want, the good heart or good
True
teeth.
enough.
This is true. So,
So-
if you
so-
want, yeah,
Yeah, what's this Hawthorn cocktail you're talking about, though?
that he's tried.
It's a hawthorn cocktail that I tried at, where were we? NTUC Fair Price at Clarke Quay.
Finest at
Finest.
Clarke Quay.
Fair price finest at Clarke
Yeah,
Quay
they had
has...
a-
Their bar has a hawthorn-based cocktail.
And they had a Milo dinosaur cocktail as well. So what they did was they took local flavors and put them into cocktails.
Cocktails.
Yeah.
Which a lot of local bars are doing as
Yeah,
well.
very clever. Okay, so shall we try the next chocolate?
Just in case you're wondering what's happening on the show, we're getting Wolfgang Puck as well as his son Bryon to try
a
local
wafer.
snacks.
Perfect.
So far,
It's a
they've
wafer.
tried Apollo wafers. They've tried the tapioca spicy chips.
Wolfgang doesn't like bandung.
He doesn't like
he doesn't like
bandung.
bandung.
Well, you can't like everything. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They've tried the Hawthorn. I call them 5-cent coins.
Yeah.
And now you're trying that chocolate. I don't even know the name
Which
of this
one?
chocolate.
Which chocolate? This one?
The red one.
The red
yeah,
one,
the
yeah.
red one, yeah.
What is that chocolate? What is that chocolate?
It's got
What's it
some
called?
No, what
Chinese name
what's
on
the
it.
brand
I-
of it?
I
Is that
don't
the
know.
red wrapper?
The red wrapper.
Yes, I remember this in
we all
primary
had
school.
it. Yeah, we all had it when we were in primary
It's
school.
called wafer dengan cream chocolate.
There you go.
So you can tell it's Malaysian.
I'm quite sure it's from Malaysia.
Itulah dia. So again, a really nice wafer wrapped in really cheap chocolate.
And this
basically.
used to be
You
used to
know,
cost us like 5
if-
cents or
If
something.
maybe we have to call Camel over and bring some real chocolate with it.
Let's have some real chocolate, says
you know
Wolfgang.
the funny thing is, Valrhona is a famous chocolate company
Yeah.
in France.
Yeah, yeah.
We actually developed our own chocolate with them, different chocolates from Ghana, from South America, and mixed together. So we really made the right profile because chocolate, it's about the flavor. You know, a lot of times when they make snacks for kids,
Yeah.
it's just sweet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like really good chocolate, dark chocolate, and even my young son, when not Byron, but when Oliver was really young, and I told him, I said, you know, it has to have 75% chocolate, the cocoa, the flavor, And then each time when we went somewhere, they gave him chocolate. He said, "Is that 75%?" when he was like 2 or 3 years old.
You
But
trained him well.
75% is a good number. I mean,
It is
that's
a good
healthy chocolate.
Dark
you know.
chocolate.
Good
yeah.
for your heart too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's very good, yeah.
But we all grew up with milk chocolate, which
I
was
know.
just
No flavor.
Sweet.
Yeah, which
We-
as a kid you love, right? You know, the
Yes.
sweetness of it all. But to my dad's point, getting a little bit of, you know, that kind of like dark red ripe fruit notes out of your chocolate and that like hint of bitterness when you start going up in the
Yeah.
percentage of cacao. I mean, you have to have it.
Are you getting any notes with these chocolates at all? Any sort of notes? Nothing?
Only crunch.
It's a wafer with some brown stuff
Yeah,
around it.
exactly.
All right, we are with Wolfgang Puck as well as Bryon Puck right here in the studio here at Kiss 92. Up next, Gavin DeGraw, Don't Want to Be on Kiss.
Okay, so we've saved the best of our local.
The drink, the
I
glass
want-
jelly.
We'll use that after we
Okay,
do this.
after that, okay.
So this is cuttlefish.
Cuttlefish.
What this?
Yes.
Yeah.
The most amazing tagline
Ken.
Right.
I've ever
What's
seen
the
in my
tagline?
The
life.
chewing gum of the East.
Chewing gum of
It
the
is.
Oriental.
Yeah.
It is. When you try it, you'll understand it.
I didn't even know it had
so
a
when I was a
slogan.
kid, right? When I was a kid and I saw that, right? I'm like, really? That's what you think? And then my
And then you
mom was
put it-
like, okay,
yeah.
put it in your mouth and start, chewing
It's
on
strong.
it. Now, I understood right after that.
You see how chewy it is?
How much longer do I have to chew on this?
An Oriental Jew.
Yeah.
Huh? You must know that.
You like it, Wolfgang?
Yeah.
See?
He likes savory.
Yeah.
so-
I don't
Yeah.
like when it's too sweet
But
and
just
no
keep
flavor.
chewing.
No, it's good.
Yeah, Byron likes this. He really does. That
Man,
second
yeah.
piece in.
This Ken Cuttlefish has been around for
But-
so many
Forever.
years.
Yeah.
Byron is Jewish, so he likes the
Oh,
Oriental
right.
Jew.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, he did say he's constantly laughing.
Constantly. Constantly.
You gotta have fun in this life.
Yeah.
That is
Of
true.
course,
That
of
is true.
course.
That's what it's all
It's an
about.
interesting aftertaste. You know,
Yeah.
at the beginning you don't...
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the aftertaste. I think I might as well swallow it right away. I think, just to get rid of the aftertaste.
You can wash it down with one of
Okay.
these amazing drinks.
Our second drink
I
is
don't-
a grass jelly drink.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me?
We're still going.
Grass
jelly.
It's called grass jelly.
It's called grass
I don't know
jelly.
why.
I have no idea.
Oh,
Because the chin chow is not grass.
No.
No,
What
it's
does
not.
that smell?
I don't know.
None of us really know.
We don't
Does
question
it smell like licorice?
Yeah, a little bit.
It smells like your gym's locker room. What's going on?
I think I'm gonna go with this. If Wolfgang didn't like the bandung, I don't think
he's gonna go
like
for this.
But
I
try
would
it.
have said, when I wash my socks, it smells the same.
Try it.
And I
Try
don't do it. I don't do it anymore. I throw them away. So the same thing with our drink here. I think I go
it's a-
back. I go
Okay,
back to the Garden of Eden. I think so. I'm hooked on that.
But it's a popular drink here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a popular drink.
It's interesting that the taste is sweet with not a lot of flavor, or even combination. I don't know. It doesn't.
Yeah.
What do you think,
That's
Byron?
like durian in a glass.
Oh,
You smell
my
it,
God.
Durian in a glass.
Right?
Wow.
Like you smell it, it's a totally different story than when you taste it.
Yeah.
Not
you
not
like
bad,
it,
not
so
my
you like
favorite.
it.
Okay, but Wolfgang, did he try it? Did he try
Yeah,
the
I
grass
tried
jelly?
it. Okay.
Okay, let me just.
I'm back to the hooter to get rid of
Just
the
to get rid of
flavor
this.
of the drink.
But let me just tell you something really interesting. Have you guys tried soya bean milk before? Soya bean?
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah.
Okay, so in Singapore, one way to drink this grass jelly is to mix it with soya bean.
Oh,
Yeah.
You've not tried it?
Yeah, they mix it with
And
soybeans.
you know what they
really
call
good.
it when you mix soya bean with the grass jelly?
no.
They call it Michael Jackson.
What?
It's true.
Because it's white and black.
as,
Yes,
as
black and white.
politically incorrect.
It's been a pleasure.
We're on the Big Show TV, so it's
the
all right.
truth. It's the truth.
I did not know
Byron,
that.
you know this now. Next time you come back to Singapore, you go, oh yeah, chin chow, grass jelly drink, and soybean. Michael Jackson.
He's like, you would not survive
Now
in
Greg
LA.
knows, so now Greg knows. We go to the hawker center, and I think you've been to a few hawker
Yeah,
centers.
yeah, yeah. We're going
now in-
again on Sunday.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this? The Michael Jackson drink?
Yeah.
No, but there's a no.
He's like, I want to keep my job.
All right. So are we done? With
We're done.
with
We're
the
done.
snacks?
I think we're done
we
with
hope,
the
we hope
snacks,
you
yeah.
enjoyed your experience
Yeah.
with our local snacks.
I think I like the Hooten is my favorite.
Yeah.
The what?
The
we don't
the
even know the
tapioca
name.
chips.
The tapioca chips.
The tapioca chips, yeah.
The
chili
spicy
tapioca
ones.
chips.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, they're good.
But you
They're
know,
good.
for those of us who were born in the 70s, right? Some of these snacks were,
Staple.
it was
Yeah.
such a treat, you know, at
Yeah.
that time because
No wonder I don't like them too much because it was before my time.
they were so
like it.
affordable, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
like
they were
5 cents, 10 cents.
Yeah.
Like the little haw flakes, they were like 5 cents.
Yeah.
Per, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best thing, though. You can go after school, right, as a kid, pick something like this up. And
Yeah. What were your
all
snacks
nostalgia.
as a child
Growing up.
Mine, we didn't have schmucks or snacks or whatever you
Yeah.
call them. I think I grew up in the countryside in Austria, very poor, so we did not have them. My mother made their own marmalade and stuff like that. So snacks were, if we went in the forest and picked some raspberries or blueberries, that was our snacks.
Oh,
so,
nice.
And
right.
once in a while, they brought home Mannerschnitten, which is a little bit like the wafers we have here, and with chocolate filled with different layers. That was something really special. I still remember when I had as a snack one time canned pineapple.
Oh.
To me, that was the most exotic flavor I ever had. I knew about pineapple, the
Canned
name,
pineapple, yeah.
but I never had pineapple. I never ate them. I still remember when I had the first time a banana.
Oh,
Because
wow.
I grew up in a
Tropical,
countryside,
yeah.
you couldn't get that.
that's right.
Yeah.
Because bananas are a
Tropical,
tropical
yeah.
fruit, right?
Yeah.
When you tried the canned pineapple, did it come with the very thick sugar syrup?
Yeah, it can be
Yeah.
syrup, but as
Yeah.
a kid we liked it because it was something so different. You know, we had fresh apples, fresh pears, fresh berries from the forest. Everything was okay. But to get something out of a can was really special. It's like my mother and my grandmother, they used to knit our own sweaters, our socks and everything. And then for us, the dream was to get a store-bought one. And so, from the mother, it's nothing. Now, these days, it's the opposite, you know. If my mother would still
Something,
be
yeah.
alive, I would tell her to knit all day long and make socks and scarves or something.
Yeah, you treasure those
Yeah.
those things.
You know, here in
Handmade.
Singapore, we had canned pineapples as well, but there was an option. I don't know whether you remember this. So, your regular canned pineapples, and then there was another option which had chilies in it.
Oh no, I never tried
Wow.
that.
Oh,
Whole
that would be
chilies.
so
it would be
good.
spicy pineapple.
That's awesome.
In a can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was delicious.
That's
Yeah.
where the idea for Hawaiian pizza came up. They're like, let's just chuck it on a pizza.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, we got
there's
some more.
This is that's
Okay, so maybe start with the wafer.
that's
and
a
then
Okay.
end with
huge
the peanut.
Eucharist
Now,
right there.
Yeah. This is for people who want to be really holy. Yeah, you go straight to heaven after eating this. And I got to tell you, growing up, this was my favorite snack.
Yeah.
But when you put it in your mouth, you will not be able to understand why.
Bro, the white one. This looks like the one father, you know.
exactly.
The big one.
Okay, enough, Glenn.
At
Stop
the
it.
start.
You look like a pink kind
Stop
of
it.
guy.
All right.
You look like a
it
pink
looks
guy.
like a frisbee to me.
Oh my God, no!
All right, here you go. Your
Oh,
favorite.
thank you, my favorite.
Can I have one too?
Yeah,
Of
I haven't
course.
had this for ages.
You gotta pick a color.
White.
Is it flavored?
Because Pope
No,
Francis
it's
was
not.
in
It's-
town recently.
We had the Pope recently, yes, last week.
Yeah, he was in
here.
town last week.
I
Yeah,
thought, I
he was
thought you
here.
were just making another
Oh
Michael
no, wait,
Jackson.
just like last week,
No,
last
no, no.
Thursday.
Yeah. Wow.
Fine, I'll take green.
Did he come?
you ask for
Did
white?
you invite him to kiss?
We did, but he was too busy, so.
He was too busy. I thought.
Actually, he said
Yeah.
as long as Glenn's there, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Does not taste like what I remember it as.
No, it's honestly, it's almost tasteless.
Yeah.
Okay. It's stuck on my palate
It's a
now.
bit of a
Okay.
weird. That's what we used to do as kids.
Yeah.
We used to put them in the mouth and let it melt on the
Onto
palate.
your palate. That's exactly what
Just
you
a
do.
little wafer, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. no.
Okay, not worth spending your money on. But try those ones.
Which one?
The peanut.
No, thank you.
No, it's
Oh
peanut.
my
No.
God, that's the best thing in the.
Yeah.
You just hit the nail on the head.
Oh, he doesn't like
The
peanuts.
one thing that you cannot feed Wolfgang Puck, peanut butter or anything peanut.
You don't like peanut?
Oh, okay,
What's
okay,
happening?
let's go.
Are we
Traffic,
going back on air?
traffic, yeah.
Okay, we're back on air.
Okay, that's interesting.
Sure,
Let's talk
if
about
you're
that.
offering me
I
all
had
the-
no idea.
Let's talk about that.
I'm good.
Kiss Kiss 92 traffic.
Okay,
Traffic CEO.
Yeah, trying to do traffic with peanut coins in my mouth. Okay, vehicles broken down on the PIE towards Changi Airport right after Bukit Batok Road. Also on the KJE towards the PIE, another broken down vehicle. Finally, on the Ang Mo Kio Avenue 10 road, an accident has been spotted right after Ang Mo Kio Industrial Park 1. Wherever you are, stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guests for this morning, Wolfgang Puck and Bryon Puck. We've got Chef Greg Bess, as well as the General Manager of Cuts, PJ, with us as well. We're still doing taste tests.
Yes, we
here in
are.
the
So this
studio.
is what we're taste testing now is a peanut
Biscuit.
biscuit.
I used to call them
But-
coins. They're like checkers.
Yeah.
They're like little checkers pieces, right?
What amazes me about this is how fine they get the peanut.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like
The
peanut
texture-
butter.
The
It's like
texture
peanut
of
butter.
this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And what we've actually just found out, I'm not sure how many people know this, when we offered it to Wolfgang Puck, the legendary Wolfgang Puck, he completely turned away and said, absolutely not.
Yeah.
What is your... are you allergic
Where
to
does that
peanuts?
come from?
I'm not allergic. I think it's the smell of the peanuts when it's processed, like in peanut butter or whatever, things like that. Because I can eat salted peanuts, like if you have a cocktail or something like that, it's okay. But peanut butter for me is a no-no. So in my home, my poor kids grew up without peanut butter and jelly.
That I want to double down on that one for a second. I did not grow up without peanut butter. I just was very good at hiding the peanut butter.
Okay, what's underneath your bed? No wonder I found all this mess underneath your bed. It's the peanut butter.
But this is something new.
Yeah, I never
we've
knew
just
this.
found out about Wolfgang not liking peanut butter.
Very few things I don't really like a lot, but peanut butter is one of the things. So we never had peanut butter at home, but I grew up with Nutella, which is a hazelnut
Okay.
spread like
We
that.
love that too.
Yeah, so that was something I liked. The peanut butter, the smell alone, I don't know what it is really.
Even if it's pure.
Even I bought a machine and I grind it myself. I said I have to like peanut butter because America is like peanut butter country.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's something so popular, and I said maybe they just don't make it right. So I ground it up and made it myself, and I still threw it away.
You would absolutely hate these peanut coins then,
Yeah,
because
I-
they taste like peanut butter.
I smelled it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you-
said it's enough.
No way.
Yeah, but
No
I love
way
They
you're gonna
make
like
the
this.
wafers really interesting in comparison. for me.
But I'm so surprised about this peanut butter thing because we all grew up, as kids especially,
Yeah.
right? Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah.
It was like, it was
That's the
bomb.
classic.
Yeah.
A Smucker's Uncrustable. I mean, how can
Yes.
you go wrong?
There
Yes,
you go.
Yeah.
yes, PB and J's.
Yeah.
I'm interested. This wafer.
Oh my God, it's
like-
horrible.
I know. It's like they're selling like pieces of I don't know what.
Yeah, no,
Very
I think
thin
it's
cardboard.
a leftover from the Pope, probably.
Oh my goodness.
But just to qualify, we love the Pope and we
Yeah.
love the fact that he was in town.
Yeah, I mean,
Last
it's
week.
amazing.
Yeah.
My dream is always, when people ask me, who you want to cook for? I said, it's the Pope.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Francis.
And
Yeah.
this Pope, obviously, he's from Argentina, so I think he probably likes pasta and meat. So maybe,
Yeah.
Paul, you can invite him at Cut next time when he comes here, okay? But don't make him pay because he doesn't have a lot of money with him. So.
And he's a huge football fan,
Yeah.
but he's not a Manchester United fan.
He's still young, so he will become one.
All right, up next, the Chainsmokers. This is Don't Lie on Kid. Oh, are we? What's
Say
the time?
goodbye now?
It's 8:54.
Yes.
Oh my
We've
God,
been
the
speaking
time
for an
goes too
hour.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when you have cocktail time, it goes so fast.
We continue to party, off the air, but right now
Yeah.
on air, we need to thank you guys for coming in.
thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much,
much, guys.
Byron.
And-
Thank you very much, Wolfgang.
Thank you to all of Singapore. I think to welcoming us here, it's really special for us, and hopefully we see you at Cut and at Spargo, and we have a good time together.
Absolutely. I'm sure a number of you have made reservations for Cut and Spargo this weekend. Have a wonderful time, guys. All right. Thank you so much, Wolf.
Thank you. It's
so
my
much,
pleasure.
Byron.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you, PJ. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Picture you